Hello everyone, and thank you for watching my data analysis video using the BCA Research Proprietary Indicators. In this video, I'm going to compare two indicator datasets to find actionable investment insights and then visualize them in a clean chart format. This should give you a good idea of how our clients are using data to make smarter investment decisions. So in the scenario I'm going to present to you, we're going to say that I have a very keen interest in Chinese equities. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up all of our indicators using BCA Desk. And the next thing I'm going to do here is simply using Excel's built-in functionality to narrow down the indicators in front of me here. So let's just add some filters. So I go to Data, then Filter. And the first thing I want to do is I want to choose a specific strategy. So for the sake of this example, let's just choose China investment strategy and geopolitical strategy. Now what I want to do is I want to choose a specific location. So we're going to choose China. And finally, to make things simpler, let's just choose a daily data frequency. Perfect. So now we're left with three indicators. We have the geopolitical risk indicator, the market-based growth indicator, and the equity valuation indicator. So let's try and see if there's some sort of inherent relationship between equity valuations and geopolitical risk. So I'm going to pull up, using BCA values, the valuation indicator. Perfect. Now we have the first data set. So let's just create our second data set. So BCA values, and I'll just choose my risk indicator. Great. Now the only thing I want to verify is if they start on the same date. Now we do see that our risk indicator starts in 2004, whereas the valuations indicator starts a little bit earlier. So we're going to just normalize both of them. So let's just go back to the top, and we're going to modify our valuations indicator. So let's make sure it starts in 2004. Perfect. Now I'm actually comparing equivalent data. The next thing I want to do is actually create a chart, and we're going to be comparing both data sets in a chart, just to make things more visually appealing, and then we'll be able to do our analysis. Let's just do Alt F1 to create a quick chart. Perfect. Let's go back to the top of the page, Control X, and Control V. So we'll make this just a little bit bigger. And the next thing we want to do is just modify the data just to add our second data set right here. So let's click on Select Data. I'm just going to give it a name for the first data series, that is. So the series name, if I go back to the top of the page, I can simply refer to it right here. This is the risk indicator. And then I'm going to add my second one, which is my valuations indicator. We're going to choose our values. Perfect. If we go back to the top of the page, now what I can do here is I'm going to clean up the chart a little bit just to make things a little bit more visually pleasing. I'm going to add my legend, and I'm just going to bring the X values to the bottom of the page. Okay, let's pull this chart all the way to the right, and we'll stick our legend at the bottom. Perfect. So now what we can see here just visually is that there actually does seem to be some sort of clear relationship between geopolitical risk and equity valuations. So if I was a savvy investor, I probably want to be buying Chinese equities when risk is high but falling and when valuations are low but rising, just because we've seen that this relationship seems to reappear multiple times over the course of the past couple of decades. So this was just one example of how you can use our indicators. And I really hope this helped you. And if you do have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me directly or to use the indicator support page. So with that being said, I hope you have a wonderful day.